Yeah, I've been building software since 2002. So I started building software when I was in school, and then I went to study computer science at the age of 15. I started university. I finished that when I was 19. Then I went for masters. I got two masters in interaction design and computer science. And my bachelor work was around artificial intelligence. So I have built this program that could convert the handwritten pictures into the computer text. So it was used mainly by the students who were writing the lectures on the paper, and then they would use my software to actually convert that into digital format, and then you could search for stuff because that was important. That you could search for the text for the topics in the lectures. So I was
Hmm.
into programming for quite some time, like 20 years, and I love artificial intelligence back then, and I did quite a lot of work on that. But then in 2010, I started doing more generic stuff. So I founded outsourcing firm that was building apps and websites and SaaS portals for clients in Norway, and it was quite high demand. So we were doing really well. We grew to 50 people almost in few years, and we're making a lot of money on that business because it was just a start of that big trend on building outsourcing firms. But 2 years after, I realized that I really don't like to sell hours. I really like to own the ideas, or I like to own the results of my work. So I engaged heavily into startups from 2011 or 12. And since then, I was building only startups, and I was building my own startups. I was joining other people's startups as co-founder. Mostly, I was doing CTO role,
Hmm.
but I did very little of management. Mostly, I was coding myself or coding
Hmm.
with other coders, being their leader. So I wasn't really a CTO who just manages and gives the tasks. I was actually doing this stuff. But then somewhere in 2015, 16, I started doing other things like design, fundraising, CEO role. So, and by now, I think I've done pretty much everything you can do in a startup, mostly tech, but also everything else: accounting, agreements, fundraising, pitching, selling, marketing, everything. And in 2018, I came up with this idea that was back then just uh, it was not having a name even. So the idea was that I want to simplify my own job. So in all the startups, I was building software. So it was a big pain to build the software. It was expensive to hire developers, and software would have a lot of bugs, etc. And for me, as a person who was seeing a lot of software being developed at the same time, I saw one clear possibility there, which was that a lot of the things were the same in all the projects I was involved in. Like I think half of the projects were just the same, like login window, admin portal, user profile, search, a lot of the things. But we would have to create from scratch every time. And then I came up with this idea that I have to build a way to share the code beyond having libraries.